Yo, what's good, fam? What's good? Hope everybody's having a good day or good night, wherever you're from around the world. Let's talk a little bit about Mr. Gavin Newsom, Governor Gavin Newsom, if you want to call him governor. He certainly isn't governing anything but his own agenda and his own people. He's certainly not governing for the masses of the state that he's over. But Newsom seems to be in the picture a lot, and a lot of it is because they're saying of him running for president. Now, imagine Newsom in the White House, which, by the way, I don't think he would get in the White House. Dude is basically living a pipe dream and is completely and totally delusional. Has no record to run on, but he's going to run for president, which I think is a complete joke. I don't know if he's just doing it because he's bored or just wants something to do, because there's no way in the world this man's going to get in the White House. But anyway, I'm digressing. Gavin Newsom wants to redistrict and draw maps, which is crazy because that in California system is, I keep telling people this, is different than Texas system. Texas, after so many, correct me if I'm wrong, if people from Texas want to jump in here in the comment section and tell me, but after a certain amount of time, they have to redistrict. Okay, California is left to the independent voters, the citizens. Well, Gavin Newsom wants to change that. He wants to basically take that right away from California citizens. This is what he wants to do, and it's just crazy, man. It's just more wasted tax dollars being spent on some special elections. This is why I say this man has to be removed from power, man, and definitely has to be kept away from the White House. But anyway, man, let's get into it.
Trump and Texas Republicans this week about their efforts to gain more Republican seats in the House. KTLA's Eric Spillman in the newsroom with the details. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. Morning, Megan. It's important to point out that redrawing congressional maps usually happens once every 10 years after a new census comes out. So normally we would not see new maps until the year 2030, but this is not a normal year, and Governor Newsom will hold a news conference at 11:30 this morning. He says if Texas can stack the deck, California can too.
Newsom, wake up call. Texas has a totally different system than California, and you know that. You know that. You just want to take the rights away from the California voters, and you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing is wrong. You want to rig it. You want to rig the midterms because you know if the Democrats lose the midterms, then your chances of running for president will pretty much be non-existent, and you know that. So let's just cut through the BS and keep it real, man. Just keep it real.
I mean, right now we're just forget the talking. It's not about press. I love those. It's time to move. You got to move. I mean, enough. It's not. I mean, we're all saying the right thing. Now we got to do the right thing, which means we got to fight fire with fire.
Newsom speaking on his podcast yesterday about today's kickoff for his campaign to redraw California's congressional districts to favor Democrats. It's a response to what's happening in Texas. The Republican Governor Greg Abbott, at the request of President Trump, called
complete total fraud, man. Corruption. This is corruption at its peak right here, people. That's what this is. Corruption, trying to rig the system, which is what he's known for. He's rigged multiple recalls. I mean, the guy shouldn't even be in office right now. So now he's trying to do more rigging because that's what he does to stay in power, is rig, because no one is for his crazy, whacked out policies.
Called a special session of the legislature in that state. The goal is to approve new maps that would give Republicans 5 new seats in Congress and possibly help President Trump's party keep its narrow majority in next year's midterm elections. That plan is on hold right now. Texas Democrats have left the state, but Governor Newsom believes eventually Republicans there will get their way. So on social media, he is calling today Liberation Day in California, poking fun at a phrase the president has used. At his news conference today, Newsom will appear with Democratic lawmakers. Next week, they hope to get California's legislature to agree to put a measure on the ballot on November 4th with new maps that could mean 5 more seats for Democrats in Congress.
Will also hopefully inspire some other states. There are many other democratically led states that can move forward.
Yeah, dude, Newsom is in panic mode, man. Dude is panicking. He's panicking big time because he's looking at California. He's seeing California becoming more and more red, which it is. If you look at California from, I want to say 2018 to now, it's way more red. Like half the state has turned red. I think like 10 counties have flipped red during this last presidential run. So he's looking at California become more and more and more red, and he knows his chances are becoming slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And if this thing does, because the Republicans are going to try to sue. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're doing right now. They already filed lawsuits, which is good. But if Newsom loses this whole districting, getting tongue tied, excuse me. This whole redrawing of the maps, if he loses this, his whole political career is done. I mean, it's over with now because, I mean, like I said, who in their right mind will vote for this dude unless you just have absolutely just no type of political sense at all. I just can't see anybody putting this guy in the White House. I don't see it. But if this whole districting thing doesn't go his way, his political career is over. So, dude is in panic mode right now. He's in serious panic mode. He's just. Then he wants to have an election, which I think he's going to lose. You're going to lose, man. And it's just more wasted tax dollars. You know, that's all these people do out here in California, just waste tax dollars. Constantly waste money. Doesn't go to where it needs to go. Haven't found the money that was lost that was supposed to go to the homeless. Solve that problem. Still ain't found the money for that. Still ain't. Fire victims still haven't got money. $100 million lost. And now this idiot is wasting money on an election, which I think he's going to lose anyway. It's just crazy, man. When this dude gets out of office, I swear I'm throwing a party. I swear I am.
And we just cannot sit back passively.
This morning, Newsom is on social media trolling Trump, writing in all caps, Donnie J and Caroline Levitt will have their little hands full today. Whoops, I mean Gavin Christopher Newsom, America's favorite governor, many say, will host the greatest press conference of all time. After that, the maps will soon be released. Very much anticipated, history made. The GOP's rigged game is over. Thank you for your attention to this matter. But Newsom will face opposition here. California's congressional districts are drawn by an independent commission. Voters approved that 15 years ago. Former Republican Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger campaigned for that reform. A spokesman says Schwarzenegger thinks gerrymandering is evil. He may take a stand against Newsom's plan to bypass the independent commission and get new maps approved. I spoke via Zoom to Republican Assemblyman Carl DeMaio of San Diego.
I think there's going to be a lot of opposition across the political spectrum to Newsom and Sacramento politicians trying to seize back power to manipulate election districts, something that voters took out of their.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to take the right. He's basically taking your right. Us as California, 'cause I live in California. I'm a California citizen. But this clown is trying to take the citizens' rights, man. No, leave that to the people. Leave it to the people. But no, you want to pick your own votes. That's what it is. You want to pick your own votes. You don't want the citizens to put their votes in. You want to choose your own votes. That's what this is about. Because you know your political career is about to come to an end, and you know if you Democrats lose, like I said before, the midterms, then your whole presidential run is just second to none. It's non-existent.
Their hands back in 2010, and we need to keep out of the hands of the politicians.
There's a new poll of California voters that comes in part from Politico.com. 64% say they would prefer to keep the independent commission to draw congressional maps here. 36% say they want or they would let the legislature do it. That poll indicates Governor Newsom could have a tough time getting a majority of voters to approve new maps come November. Megan?
Yep. There's no way in the world that Newsom will win this. He will lose this, and this will single-handedly destroy him. Which I hope so. I'm looking forward to that. California needs new leadership real bad. We need new leadership. We don't need any more Democrats. Nope. We don't need any more Democrats running California. I think Democrats have ran California for what, 20 years now, something like that? Maybe a little less, because I know we had Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not saying he was the greatest, but he was 10 times better than Gavin Newsom. But Democrats have had a strong hold on California for a while, and they've done nothing for California. They just basically took California and just the equivalent of taking a sledgehammer to a stained glass window and just broke it shattered it into multiple pieces. Basically, that's what they did to California. And Gavin Newsom is the head of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Gary Brown, you can't leave him out too. He was terrible too, man. He also played a role in it. But yeah, we don't need no more Democrats, man. We don't need no more liberals. We don't need. Y'all had your time, you had your chance. Time for new leadership, time for a different change, time for a different party now. Am I saying Republicans are Jesus Christ or something like that? No, I'm not saying that. They have their problems, but nothing like the Democrats out here on the West Coast. Oh my God, man. it's like homeless encampments everywhere. And you go to a red city, you don't see all of that. I'm not saying red cities don't have homeless problems. I think every major city has homeless, but you don't see the homeless taking over everything. No, I lived in a red state. I lived in red state, Georgia. You didn't see homeless people everywhere. You just didn't see that. Um, the cost of living was much cheaper. The cost of living is crazy high in blue states, especially California. I think California is like next to Hawaii, probably the highest out of all the blue states as far as being able to live and afford stuff. We have the highest gas prices, highest taxes. I lived in Georgia, man. They didn't have any of that, man. Taxes were lower. Cost of living was much lower. Gas was like what, two some, maybe three at the most a gallon. Some areas way less than that, like close to $2. And come out here to California, then now we're talking about paying gas possibly up to like $8 a gallon. And it's all because of Democrats and Gavin Newsom's crazy, whacked out policies, man. So we don't need no more Democrats, people. Let me know if I'm wrong for saying that. We need to turn this bad boy red. Like I said, I'm not advocating for red Republicans, but I'm definitely advocating against Democrats. So let me know what y'all think. And those statistics, let me know what you think about those stats. 63% of people are against the districting, the drawing of the maps. 63% of Californians are against the whole drawing of the maps, and only 30-some% are for it. So good luck, Newsom. Good luck. I don't see it happening. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. See you on the next one. Peace and love, baby.